Hello, my name is Trip Kessler, and I will be doing a video presentation for our midterm project. The goal of this project was to identify distinct customer segments using demographic data that was provided through membership cards from a supermarket mall. Within the data set, each customer was given a unique identifier, and then we also had age, gender, education, income, and city type for those individual customers. So our goal was to help the marketing team tailor certain strategies to different shopper groups. So our method for figuring out these shopper groups would be to utilize the k-means clustering and then profiling those clusters depending on certain characteristics that those profiles consist of. So before we get into the details of the clustering process, we must first talk about how the data was prepared for us. So the first thing that we always want to do whenever checking our data sets is we want to look for missing or inconsistent entries within a data set. This data set was pretty clean, and there wasn't really much missing data. There was, for the education field, there was some fields that were unknown, but there was a large quantity of those, so we left that. That seemed to be important data. We also had to handle the categorical variables that we had: gender, education, and city type. How we did that was we used encoding. So you take those categorical variables and essentially turn them into numeric variables and create some new columns. Another thing we did is we scaled the numeric variables. So there was a large discrepancy between income and age. So the reason we wanted to scale those is because k-means groups points based on distance. So we wanted each variable to carry equal weight. For our next step, we had to identify how many clusters we wanted to use for our k-means. So we ended up going with the elbow method, and we determined that 5 clusters was appropriate. There was diminishing returns after 3 clusters according to the elbow method, but the diminishing returns were greater from 5 to 6, so that is why we went with 5. We then ran our k-means clustering in R, and it created a new column that would give a value of 1 to 5 depending on which cluster a customer was a part of. So now let's get into our profiling of our 5 clusters. So customer segment 1 and segment 2 were very comparable to one another. The only difference was that customer segment 1 lived in mid-sized cities while customer segment 2 lived in big cities, but both profiles contained older, higher income individuals that were a part of skilled or management level occupations. So our marketing strategy for these 2 customer segments, we're going to promote premium products that are extremely reliable and of high quality. And the channels to which we want to promote these are through financial publications, LinkedIn, or targeted email newsletters. Customer segment 3, we identified as family-oriented women. These are young, married females with a high school education. For this group, we want to appeal to family values and reliability. So we want to focus on household essentials maybe, or child-friendly promotions. To target these groups, we want to use social media and community engagement such as Facebook or in-store deals or community flyers. Customer segment 4, we identified as young skilled singles that were predominantly male with moderate income. So we want to offer budget-friendly and practical products to this group of people, and we will market via Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Customer segment 5, we identified as low income, unemployed, small city residents who are also single. How we want to target this group of people, we want to emphasize discounts, promotions, and affordability, strong price-driven messaging. We'd like to use local marketing such as flyers or social media groups or even local radio to reach this customer segment. That wraps up the presentation for today. Our analysis revealed 5 clear customer segments, each with distinct demographic and behavioral traits. Segmentation allows us to move away from a one-size-fits-all approach and tailor products, messaging, and channels to each group. By applying the recommended marketing strategies, we can increase engagement, drive loyalty, and improve overall revenue. Looking forward, we should monitor how these segments evolve over time, refine our segmentation with new data, and track the effectiveness of campaigns to continuously optimize our approach. Thank you, everybody.